Hey guys, it's Kerr and I'm here at Creativation 2019. I'm super excited to be here at the gel press booth, and I just want to show you a quick way to use the gel press and these Joggles disc-bound journals to make quick journals. So if you want to move the camera down, I'll show you how I do it. What I like to do is I always like to start with a base color. Because I'm using a large plate here, I can make a lot of pages at once. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some paint. This Florida weather is kind of throwing me Arizona weather is throwing me off just a little bit because the paint does dry quickly, but I think we could still kind of figure it out. I'm just using an extra piece of paper to remove the excess paint. And on this paper there is a flat side as well as a textured side. I'm just going to use the flat side. Of course, if you don't have the large size gel press, no worries. I mean, you can just use the smaller one and do the same process. I use an extra sheet just to really press the pages down, but I never, ever, ever throw these excess pages. I like to call them garbage pages. I don't throw them away because I actually use them for collage, I put them in my journals, anything like that. These are all extras, and they'll just get layers of paint on them. Just so I don't waste that excess paint on there. Of course, you can use a brush to just add the paint, but it's not as much fun. I'm gonna pick up this extra paint, get my hands all in it. All right. So once I have a base color on all of my journal pages, I'll do about 6 of these at one shot, okay? I'll go ahead and start on a second color. So let's go ahead with this beautiful color. Again, I don't really need too much. Oh my gosh, I'm making such a mess. But this time around, I'm going to add some texture. I'll use some of these creative art textures. They come in all different designs. They're great because with this shape, I can actually use multiple designs on one plate.
And who makes these?
These are Joggles. They're right over there. And again, I'm not sure how many designs she has, but what's great about them is that they are made to use specifically with the gel press. The text is going to come up in the right position when you remove the page. So that's what's great about them. They're also flexible, and I don't want to lose that yummy paint on there, so I'll put it on my garbage page there. I'm trying to be super careful, but hello.
Hi, Kat.
Hello. This is still a little wet.
I'll start you on the next round.
Okay.
Just trying to get
The paint's it's actually too wet now, so I don't even know if the design's going to come out, but let's see.
It's an experiment.
Yeah, it's an experiment. I'm just struggling with figuring out the right amount of paint.
Where do you normally live?
I live in Florida, so it's always, it's humid. It takes, I have a long working time with the paint, but I know how much paint to use, and too much paint will not give you a crisp image of that texture, and so that's the problem we're going to have. You can still see it on there, but it should be definitely crisp. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. So let me see if I can pick this up a little bit. I can even
It's still, even though you don't get the exact image, it's still a lovely base. And
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So that's the thing with gel press.
Absolutely. When I'm home, I always have multiple projects in front of me. This one has a little bit better. This is called a ghost print. It's that second print that you pull off, and you can see the texture just a little bit more because there is less paint on there. So I like that. I think that looks really nice. I'll take one more. All of my pages are sticking together. there's another one. And again, I'll save all of these and I'll use them in different works. Now that's my second layer. I'll go ahead and add a third layer. And the reason I like to work on multiple pages is because you're having all of the same colors on the same pages, which is really, really nice. I'm going to remove this here. Hold on. That might be too little paint, see? See what I'm saying? But instead of trying to cover the whole entire page, I'm only going to pick up pieces here and there. So instead of, let's say, I'll use a foam stamp this time.
And who makes these?
These are also from Joggles. All wonderful designs. I've been very fortunate to design quite a few of them. But instead of putting my pages completely down, even though they are wet, I'm only going to gently do it and just pick up a little bit of it. All right, a little bit of that design. Okay, and then by the end of your sitting, you're going to end up with all coordinating pages if that's what you want. Okay. And then at this point, I mean, you have the option. Every time I use vibrant colors, I always like to finish with black. It just brings the page together. And so what I like to do is, instead of taking out a palette or anything like that, I'll use my plate again, and I'll use that as my palette. I'll take one of my fun little stamps here, and I'll just put it on. And of course, you can add images to these pages. You can add text if you want. I mean, sky's definitely the limit. You can go to town. But you've created a coordinating book with whatever colors you want at home. And of course, right now it's pretty messy because I'm trying to work with this paint. But if you have your favorite colors, and you can use those and just end up with a really nice coordinating journal. So that's how I make a nice, quick, easy little journal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.